All right.
All right,
so
Ryan.
I'm just gonna have you throw that on your head for me one time. I just want to make sure we get centered, so we get straight on your face. All right. I have a mark here that I go off of. It'll line up right there. Perfect. Okay. Sounds good. So what kind of shape do you want to get?
So, kind of like a cattleman, like this, but it's more of a wide center and kind of a deep valley there.
Yeah.
Not so much of an oval.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. We can do that. You like the brim like similar to what you got on there?
Well, on the brim on that one, I kind of want to angle it more this way, with a little bit of a curl coming back.
More of a curl in here.
Yeah.
You think?
Not so much. Kind of more in from the front, so kind of bring this out.
Oh, got you. Lay these out some more in here, but lay these out.
Just like that.
Yeah.
With a thumbprint right there.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. You like this width here about pretty close to what you wear there?
I'm not so sure. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good right there. Usually you want to kind of just feel the outside of the crown of the hat size that you get, which kind of frames your face a little bit right through here. So that'd be just right there, right the line with the crown.
Oh my God, I'm going to trust you and let you
Got it.
do your magic.
Okay.
So, you ever have anybody come in here and ask for a certain crown shape and you know it's just not going to be right for them? Or a brim shape?
Not really, because it's a personal item and it's a personal thing. I kind of direct them a little bit, but for the most part, if it's what they want, then I'll make sure to do it because it's their personal item. So I think a hat's it kind of just becomes, the more you wear it, it kind of builds character or gets character from when you wear it, how you wear it and treat it. So however it looks is kind of going to be your hat.
What are you wearing there today?
Mine is considered basically a traditional cattleman. We call it JB brim, which is kind of about 7.5 to 8 inches wide.
Okay. And what hat is that?
This is a 200X crystal.
200X crystal. How easy is that to keep it going?
Not very, but that's just part of the character of it too. So, get a little bit of wear and tear and dirt on that hat, it's going to look good. And they clean up easy, so you got to clean them up. It's no problem.
How do you clean it?
We use a sponge. The sponge is called a hat sponge. That works really well to clean it off and get the kind of deeper dirt and whatnot out of it. And then we also use a little bit of sandpaper.
Does that actually take material off the sponge?
No. Then the sandpaper, this is for a dark colored hat, but we use this fine grit sandpaper or medium grit, and it does a real nice job of, like, if you grab it and you leave some dirt on the edge or something here like that, we can get that off with this sandpaper.
What kind of grit do you use there?
This is medium. We have fine as well, and we have coarse as well, so we use all three.
All right.
But we're going to put a cattleman on this hat here for you. So we'll have the seam here.
Now, you've done a cattleman before, right?
I've done a couple.
Now, the different X factors, they'll shape differently. Is that right?
Yes, they will. The nicer, finer hats and just kind of almost smooth like butter will, be able to put a shape in those nicer higher quality hats a little bit easier. It's not to say that the lower qualities you can't shape good. You can shape those just as well. It's just something about a 500X just shapes up really nice. It's all in the beaver fur quality that you're getting, that the nicer hats are going to be nicer for sure. But shape-wise, if you see a 10X shape right here and a 500X shape right here, between the shapes you couldn't really tell any difference.
So you guys got a bunch of American Hat Company patches here.
Yeah, we put a American Hat Company patch and this is positive times plus X positive times. Is that backwards?
It is, but
there you go. Plus X positive times is what that stands for. That's Mr. Maddox's brand. It's a registered brand in Idaho and actually in Texas. And when he passed away, we made this as our kind of North Star.
Okay.
And it's become kind of a movement for positive times, to be positive in times like this. So plus X, we put it on everything. It's kind of synonymous with American Hat and Best Hat Store as well.
So a lot of people are asking about these patches, where to get them and how to get them. they all come in a box.
Yes. When you buy an American hat, you always get a hat patch on your hat, and there's an envelope of a thank you card also, and there's some of these in that envelope as well.
Okay.
But we patch every hat that goes out of this store too. Even if they don't want it, we got to put them on.
You can take it off in the parking lot, right?
Yeah. Mr. Maddox used to say you can't buy a Mercedes without the Mercedes emblem on it.
That's right. You make that look easy.
We've done a few in our day.
So what's the difference between shaping felt and straw?
I guess a straw hat you gotta kind of be real careful with, because you can kind of mess them up a little bit. A felt hat is a little more forgiving, I would say. You can kind of correct your mistakes a lot easier and cleaner. I like shaping felts, I think, better. But then you also get in a groove too, where we're in the fall and winter time, we're shaping a lot more felt, so you're kind of in that felt groove, and then you jump to a straw, and it's just a little different sometimes. It takes a little bit to get back into it.
So if somebody comes in here and they don't know what they want, do you have an idea of what might fit them better?
For the most part, I would say a pretty classic, just traditional cowboy hat shape. If that's what they're not sure, that's kind of where they're leaning towards. We would kind of frame it to their face when we see them, but for the most part, we'd suggest like a traditional classic cowboy hat shape or cowgirl shape, which it's unisex. Whatever you put it on a female, it becomes a cowgirl hat. You put it on a male, it's a cowboy hat.
What's the most common crown shape?
Our cattleman.
Cattleman?
The traditional cattleman right there is the most common. Which is the most traditional and classic.
Say hello, didn't say hello.
Yes, how are you?
So you guys get some pretty famous people in here and shape hats for some famous people.
We do. We get some celebrities that come in, that pop in. We never know who might show up in there. Being in the music world, in the rodeo world, in the movie industry, we get a lot of known people.
Who was maybe the one person that came in here you were most interested in seeing? Glad they came. They don't have to be super famous, but
Let's see. Mr. Charlie Daniels came in here.
okay.
He's been in several times actually before he passed away. John Party's been in a lot. His band, his guys come in here all the time to get hats when they're playing in the area, so that's really cool. They're super nice guys. Let's see. We've had some movie actors and some of the. Let's see. We had Miranda Lambert in here. We had Chase Rice. Just off the top of my head, some people I can think of. Forey Smith from Yellowstone has been in.
Okay.
Taylor Sheridan's been in.
You shape a hat for Taylor?
I did not actually. One of the other hat shapers did here. But I've shaped for Forey, and I've shaped for John and Chase Rice, and another guy here did Miranda Lambert's. Thomas Rhett has been in here.
So you get a little cutout dip there on the table.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
That helps us kind of get the back kind of worked a little bit when we're shaping a hat, so you can stick the crown in there upside down, and it kind of helps you to put that crown in there to help kind of smooth that back out a bit. Just a bit of a tool.
So is that something maybe industry standard, or just,
No, I don't think everybody would use it. Some of the guys that work here don't even use it. It's just kind of personal preference, really, on how you want to shape your hat or how a hat shaper wants to shape it. Not everybody's going to use it, but I tend to like to use it. I like to lay a hat out in the back a little bit more than maybe some people might, so I use it for that a little bit.
So we had a question on the forum about tips. What is a standard tip for hat shapers?
It's kind of personal preference, I think, really, and how much you like it. But we have a machine up there that breaks it down to 10 to 15% if you want to leave that on your line. Some people leave everything. We get everything. $20, $30, $40, $50 for something, or even upwards to $100. So it's personal preference on how the customer feels and whatever, and how they enjoyed getting their hat.
So when we talked a little bit earlier, kind of made a joke that you're Insta famous. So do you get a lot of customers in here?
We did a YouTube video several years ago with a guy that's gotten several views and stuff, and I have lots of people that come in here and say they saw me on that. We've all been on the Cowboy channel TV up there in different commercials and things like that, and people recognize us from the TV commercials and things. We've done, we're on our Instagram as well. A lot of us are, so a lot of people see us on the Instagram of the Best Hat Stores Instagram, and they love seeing that, and then they come in here and they see us in person and stuff like that. Everybody here has kind of done a little bit of something with TikTok or Instagram or YouTube a little bit, so everybody here is kind of social media somewhat famous, I guess. I don't know if you call it famous exactly, but maybe well known in the hat world, I guess.
Sure. How about you? How do you feel about social media? Do you TikTok?
I don't do all that stuff all that much. I'm not really a social media type person. I do, I check in things like that a little bit, but it might be 2 weeks before I ever look at my Instagram or something like that. I just don't mess with it that much.
Sure.
I know that I might be on there a lot, but I don't ever see it.